WTV.
Welcome back to the best of 5 finals, ladies and gentlemen. I will address this real quick because I know somebody's going to ask it. Whose voice is that in the intro? That is Neil Kaplan, the guy who played Tychus Finley. He was really cool and he recorded a bunch of stuff for us, but sadly that's the only thing we can actually use. There's actually some fun stories about that maybe if you catch me on an off-stream, off-night, I will tell you in full detail. But for now, we're going to focus on the tournament at hand. We're getting so close to the end of this. There's a $4,000 prize pool. Someone asked in chat very legitimately, why is it in dollars if it's a European tournament? Because I only have dollars, okay? I don't have euros living in Canada. But we are very happy to see which of these two players. It's the semifinals. It's a best of 5. One of these is going to move on to the grand finals to fight against Little Bo. But spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, representing Team Liquid, give it up for Mana, who's blue for so many different reasons. Mana, Team Liquid, oh, I love it.
Nice and fitting there. In the top right, we've got our teal-ish Terran player playing for Evil Geniuses. Down a game. Let's see if he can come back into the series. It is Demuslim.
Scumbag Demuslim building on top of the sponsor logos here. You can't see this is my power PC. Dude, that's what you should do. Like, if your team ever gets like one of these like banner things, just build all your first buildings like totally blocking out the sponsors. Totally BM for no reason.
Oh, Demuslim.
But Demuslim takes a pretty quick gas here. This was not like a gas on 13, this was like a gas for 13. And my curiosity peaks on the fact that this could be for Fester, Widowmine drop, something we've been seeing a lot of in TVP, or it might be for Hellions. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm loving seeing Hellions in this matchup because, pardon me for saying this as a Terran player, but Protoss just don't know how to deal with them, man. Zerg are like, oh, we've been dealing with this since Wings of Liberty. But Protoss are like, wait, what's this thing in my base? Why does it have wheels? Oh god, what happened to my probes? Like, it's not to say that Mana would be a bad player and let that happen, but I've seen it happen to the best. I've seen it happen to Koreans, North Americans, Europeans. Hellions right now are in this really funny spot in the matchup where they're actually pretty good.
What are these cars driving around? I don't know.
Beep beep.
What is that? What? Never seen that before. Yeah, well, we'll see if he goes for that. He did actually pull workers off gas, so it seems he just went for a 12-12, went for the Reaper, and then fast command center instead.
So Demuslim comes to the natural to check for the probe before putting the CC on location. He actually missed it hiding up here. Because I guarantee you, had he seen that, that Reaper would have turned around and shot it a couple of times in the face.
Yeah, definitely. And doesn't that SCV not spot the probe? No, it does not. So that's annoying. I mean, it's not like the probe's going to make a pylon or anything, but he's going to be able to get really good scouting information. He's going to be able to see if, you know, Demuslim has been mining a lot of gas. He's going to see the second barracks. He knows there's no quick factory. So this is great scouting information for Mana, because now he knows that he doesn't have to worry about, you know, Widowmine drop and Hellions. He can just be a bit more comfortable. So nice there to get the probe out of the vision. Gets the scouting. And yeah, Demuslim going up to 3 barracks. So he didn't go for the quick eBay kind of play this game at least.
First blood.
Oh, kills the probe though. This is what I love about the automatic first blood. I'll never miss it. Watching the Reaper, the probe dies over here, not a problem. The only downside though is for some reason it triggers on broodlings. So like, you know, if like a hatchery gets built and killed, it doesn't trigger on the hatchery, but when the broodlings expire, it does.
It doesn't happen too often, I guess.
Well, triple racks is down for Demuslim. We talked a little about this before. Like the Oracle is kind of something you build into. You build with that in mind. You're very conscious that this could kill you. So by having 3 Raxes like this, he's got more than enough production to get 6 Marines out at a time if necessary. I think Demuslim though, and I think we saw this last time too, really reflecting game number 1 with that earlier push. The idea is like you want to stop Mana before it goes to the late game. We got to watch Mana absolutely dominate the late game TVP versus Marine Lord, and this is probably not a situation Demuslim wants to find himself. So that earlier +1, these this quick concussive shells, like the earlier aggression he's looking to put on completely makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what he's gonna do with this. He's going for a really quick concussive shell, so I guess he's gonna move out now.
Oh, a Cybercore. Nice build SimCity here out of Mana. completely blocks that reprint. But
Mana still has 18 probes in his main Rifkin. God damn it, Mana. You gotta move 2 down to the natural, bro.
You're such a...
Oh, it hurts my eyes.
Such
an
an OCD perfectionist.
What
No, but it's good. No, look, he knows he's got some pressure coming his way, so rather than lose them all in the natural, he keeps them in the main. There you go. Shut up, Hampshire. I don't know. But we said that Photon Overcharge shut this down the last time. One thing Mana did do, and look at this at the top of the ramp. He gets the sentry earlier this time, because he knew the Muslim was willing to push up that ramp. He just kind of lucked out last time with the fact that his units were in a great position to stop him from doing that. So this force field will guarantee that the Muslim does not push up into the main from the natural.
Yeah. He's going for the probes, gets 2, gets 3, and gets out. Oh, folks firing the Marauder with the nets as well. Yeah.
That's actually big, because the whole point of the concussive shell was to catch the stalkers. Now he actually can't fight this effectively with the Marines.
Wow, that was so good. Man, now I can forgive you for having 18 probes in your main base. It's okay now. That was pretty good. Gets quite a few Marines and a Marauder, so good trading there. Yeah, Manas is playing, you know, very normal. He had that robo down nice and fast, and, you know, he's been didn't take too much damage to this. Meanwhile, the Muslim is going for the 3rd CC again off of the 3 axis, makes the 3rd CC on the spot. So
I don't love this position. Not against the Protoss, who could possibly have a Colossus stand out here and stalkers and whatnot. It's the Yansu predicament. You remember how big of a problem that was on Yansu taking the 3rd versus the 4th? I kind of feel like that comes into play a lot here on Deadwing.
Yeah.
And I reference it a lot, not because I'm just looking to sound cool, but because it's the exact situation. If you guys didn't watch StarCraft like 2 or 3 seasons ago, maybe you're newer into it. The whole point of it is this base is actually really exposed, whereas this base, while still exposed, is much less exposed. The difference is with these rocks, it's not preferable to take this fast.
Yeah, it is a bit vulnerable. I guess it's not really gonna bite him if he's the one being aggressive and Mana is not, but I say that. It's a lot of gateways, Rifkin. I don't see a forge. I don't see a forge. I see 1 immortal, just like last game. I see Colossus being chrono boosted, and I see no probes being made. So we're gonna see the same build again.
The Muslim's gonna have PT, or post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever, PTSD after this. I mean, the thing is, the timing's not gonna work out for him either, because normally you get like 4 medevacs, then you start your Vikings, right? But the Muslim actually just doesn't have a lot to fight with, period. So it doesn't matter about the Vikings at all, because he might not be able to deal with what's on the ground through these Immortals. And I'm loving the fact that there is an Immortal incorporated with this early. That's going to shred the Marauders. The bonus damage the Immortal brings to the party is so much better than the splash damage of the Colossus. 50 damage a shot.
Yeah, and again, the Muslim hasn't scouted like anything. He's seen the Robo, like last game, but nothing more. He knows nothing. He has no bunker up. Oh man, this is going to be difficult. 3rd class is popping. It's going to take a while for it to get to the Muslim space, but like, he has no Vikings. He's making another 2 medivacs that are finishing now.
I like the instant lift off though, and the SV pull. He's not going to try and hold a base that he knows he can't hold.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, he has no units though. It's 2 Marauders versus 2 Colossus and an Immortal.
Yeah. He's going to go for the pull. Time Warps and Force Fields on the right side are beautiful. It's just as CV's chasing into this. The Marines cannot connect to this army. And I think Mana...
The flank? Oh my god.
Oh, actually, yeah, the flank from the back is really good. He gets on top of the Colossus. 1 falls, 2 falls. He lost a lot of SCVs to this, but he stays alive and stays in the game. Mothership Core falls, and well, he's 31 SCVs in the hole, but he keeps that 3rd CC alive. Triple Mules will bring him back into this game.
Oh, do you know what happened there, Ricky? With that flank, right before that army actually joined in his main army, there is a pylon that was warping in 7 sellouts, and he killed the pylon, stopped the warping, and then the flank initiated.
Oh,
so
middle of the map.
He stops.
Middle of the map.
God, that's another Colossus. Wow, this is looking so good for the Muslim now.
That should have been
that reinforcement was so important as well. That fight just all of a sudden went his way. How many SCVs did he lose?
31. I mean, he lost a lot, but here's what's scary, right? Like, the Muslim looks like he's got a bit of momentum. The same awkward flank that he just pulled is going to come get him from behind. These medevacs are actually kind of dry.
What's this for?
He lost it. Dude, are you not watching this game, man?
Yeah, he didn't remake it, but I guess he wouldn't have energy anyway. But
I was going to wreck this Stalkers, but of course it's the Zealots that are so scary. You can always just pick up and leave though once he kills the Stalkers, so perhaps not that big of an issue. Yeah, there wasn't close too much. Good counter push though. Killing that other Colossus in the middle of the map was huge. Still just now getting his Vikings out. He's kept the medevacs alive, which is kind of key. Obviously, 1 more medevac would be kind of the sweet spot, but he certainly doesn't have the money to start making 4 or 5, or even a 2nd starport. So, the Muslim, he's not out of the hot water yet. He's still in for a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Mana's going for it again, man. He's coming in here. The Muslim's got +1 armor finishing. He's going to be 1-1 versus 0-0, but he doesn't have The army's low, man. No Vikings either.
Those
Oh,
force fields are
God.
good. They cause the Marauders to drag across those blades like a meat shredder. Shredder run past this. Just it's so clumsy are these units.
2 Vikings now. It's been Muling's natural hard now. He's trying to get enough army out, but
Lift the CC, and pull the SCVs again.
yeah, exactly. Vikings trying to deal with the Colossus.
Actually, Colossus is actually not doing so good on this.
And the
Stims a
upgrades,
couple
man.
Marauders. Oh, he should be able to push this back once again. The Muslims also got a pretty nice SCV count behind this. 36 versus 41, 3 bases. Those mules, baby. I was telling you, those mules, man.
Exactly, and those upgrades, man. I think that's why the battle was that one-sided. Those 1-1 upgrades doing so much work.
I wish the Muslim would land this and start proxying Widow Mines, man. How sick would that be? Just gonna float in here chilling.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so we're getting pretty excited about the Muslim here, and everyone's gonna be like, reference bias and blah blah blah. But he's been holding this pretty well. These are 2 situations where I truthfully think he should have just straight up lost. So thus the extra excitement gets peppered in. For Mana though, I don't know. Normally I wouldn't say he's behind after something like that. He goes for the Forges now. He needs to get his upgrades going. Because the Muslim with 1-1 actually has a lot of firepower in this army. Not to mention he's on his way to 2-2.
Yeah, the Muslims are looking really strong, especially with those upgrades. Oh my god, it's gonna be so hard for Mana to catch up here. He's getting an Immortal to deal with those Marauders again, and +1 armor, but...
These medevacs have no energy, though. I mean, like, one stim could kill the Muslim. Like, he has to be very careful not to overstim, to take a very proper engagement. I mean, he's heading in here with a fight. This is a fight he can take. It's 80 army supply to 39, for God's sake. There is not actually going to be an overcharge for this, nor a time warp.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. And it's only got 1 Colossus as well. He's going into charge and, you know, the armor upgrade now, getting an Observer. Only 1 Colossus. I don't think that's enough splash. This is a big army with
There's
great
actually not enough
upgrades.
Stalkers to pick up the Vikings very easily.
Yeah.
Guardian Shield's really nice, though. This will help nullify a lot of that damage. But the Zealots just melt running into this army. Not something that should happen. The Muslim! Oh, the Muslim. He's stimming on the right. The Marauders awkwardly stuck here on the forces on the left. But Mana taps out. GG. 1-1. The Muslim.
Wow, that was nice defense. That flank man was so key. Like I picture him just dying flat out if he didn't cancel that warp in and get that flank off. He was done and out, man. But yeah,
This is
nicely
where
done there.
You start shouting like, defense, defense, defense.